The topic is molecule of an element. Now a molecule can be formed when atoms of same element or different elements they combine together. Now when similar kinds of atom combine, they will form molecule of element because element is made up of similar kind of atoms. For example, two similar hydrogen atoms they combine to form a molecule of hydrogen element. Now we can see if we take one hydrogen atom and it combines with other hydrogen atom, it will form a hydrogen molecule that is represented as H2. That means it contains two hydrogen atoms. Now if two similar oxygen atoms they combine to form a molecule of oxygen element. One is oxygen atom, other is also oxygen atom, and they combine to form oxygen molecule which is written as O2. Two similar chlorine atoms they will combine to form a molecule of chlorine element. If we take one chlorine atom and another chlorine atom, it will form a chlorine molecule that is represented as Cl2. And two similar nitrogen atoms they will combine to form a molecule of nitrogen element. Now if we take one nitrogen atom and it combines with other nitrogen atom, it will combine to form nitrogen molecule that is represented as N2. Now let us read about the molecular formula of an element. Now a molecule of element it comprises of atoms of same element. So the molecule could be symbolically represented by the atomic symbol with the number of atoms combining to form the molecule as subscript on the right side. Let us understand it with the help of an example. Now, if we take the molecular formula of hydrogen, two atoms of hydrogen they will form a molecule of hydrogen. So it is written as H2 and 2 is written which represents the number of atoms and it is written as the subscript on the right side. Now this indicates that the two atoms of hydrogen they combine to form a molecule of hydrogen, and the atomicity that means the number of atoms that are present in hydrogen molecule it is 2. Now let us read about molecule of a compound. When dissimilar atoms they combine together chemically, they form a molecule of a compound. Some examples of molecule of compound they are discussed below. First is that a molecule of water it is made of dissimilar atoms that is of hydrogen and oxygen. Now two hydrogen atoms they combine with one oxygen atom to form the molecule of water. Now, for example, if we take one hydrogen atom, it combines with one oxygen atom and other hydrogen atom, so it will form one water molecule that is represented as H2O. This represents that we take two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Now a molecule of sulfur dioxide, it is made of one sulfur atom and two oxygen atoms. If one oxygen atom will combine with one sulfur atom and one oxygen atom, it will form sulfur dioxide molecule which is represented as SO2. That means there is one atom of sulfur and two atoms of oxygen. Now, a molecule of carbon dioxide is made of one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. That is represented as if we take one oxygen atom and it combines with one carbon atom and other oxygen atom, it will form carbon dioxide molecule that is represented as CO2. That means one atom of carbon is present and two atoms of oxygen are present. Now let us read about the molecular formula of a compound. The molecular formula of compound, it represents the number of atoms of various elements that are involved in the formation of compound. Let us understand it from the table. Now let us read about the names of compounds, their molecular formula and the atoms which are present in them. The name of compound is sodium chloride. Its molecular formula is NaCl and atoms present in them is one Na atom, one sodium atom is present and one Cl or one chlorine atom is present, and they will form the NaCl compound which is known as sodium chloride. Next compound is calcium oxide. Its molecular formula is CaO and it consists of one calcium atom and one oxygen atom. Next is sodium sulfate, that is written as Na2SO4. That means two atoms of sodium are present. one sulfur atom is present, and four oxygen atoms are present because the atomicity is denoted by the subscript which is written on the right side. So if 2 is written, that means there are 2 sodium atoms, and if 4 is written, it means 4 oxygen atoms are present. Now let us read about sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is also known as baking soda. Now it is written as NaHCO3. It means one sodium atom is present, one hydrogen atom is present, one carbon atom is present, and three oxygen atoms are present. Now next is hydrated calcium sulfate, which is also known as plaster of Paris. Its molecular formula is CaSO4 dot half H2O. Now it means that there is one calcium atom, one sulfur atom, four oxygen atoms, and half molecule of water. In reality, half a molecule is not possible, so here one molecule of water is shared by two molecule of calcium sulfate. Hence, it indicates that each molecule of calcium sulfate is associated with half a molecule of water. Now next is hydrogen oxide, which is also known as water. It is represented as H2O. This means there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Next is carbon dioxide. Its formula is CO2 and atoms are one carbon atom is present and two oxygen atoms are present. Now let us read the differences between elements and compounds. First, let us read about elements. An element is a pure substance that is made up of same type of atoms, and compound is a pure substance that is made of two or more than two types of atoms that are combined in fixed ratio and under fixed conditions. So element is made of only similar type of atoms, but compound can be made up of two or more than two different types of atoms which are combined in fixed ratio. Now, elements cannot be broken down into simpler substances by chemical methods, but a compound can be broken down into simpler substance by chemical methods. For example, water can be broken down with the help of electricity into hydrogen and oxygen, and this process is known as electrolysis. Now, an element is represented using a symbol. For example, if we have sodium element, it is represented by Na, and a compound is represented using a formula because it is made of two or more elements. The example if we take is carbon dioxide, and it is represented by the formula as CO2, which means it contains one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. I hope you understood this topic well. Thank you.